Learning actions. In modern theatre, the action to discuss holds significant importance, especially in plays from Ibsen onwards. In such works, at least two ideas of equal importance are presented, both of which carry their own truths. These truths are set before the audience with equal weight, allowing the audience to decide for themselves which perspective to accept. For instance, in A Doll's House, Nora's decision to leave Torvald leads to a clash of duties. Torvald argues her duty is to her family, while Nora asserts her duty is to herself. For the play to be effective, both ideas must be seen as valid, leaving the audience to grapple with the question rather than receiving a clear answer. If there is no tension between these ideas, the play loses its struggle and fails to engage the audience in a meaningful discussion. To understand the action to discuss, actors can begin with simpler actions: to talk, to chat, and to converse. These build the foundation for handling more complex discussions. Talking is the most basic form of communication. It is often trivial and involves little depth or emotional investment, as people routinely talk about significant topics, such as politics or global issues, without genuinely experiencing or engaging with them. Additionally, people rarely listen attentively in casual conversation, and interruptions are common. As an exercise, actors can engage in straightforward discussions about mundane matters like fixing a broken light, practicing an emotionless and factual tone. Chatting, in contrast, is light and superficial. It involves casual remarks that carry no real weight or emotional significance. Phrases like, "What a lovely hat," or "How are you," are often insincere and merely polite conversation starters. Chatting is a form of social interaction that is pleasant but ultimately empty. As actors, practicing chatting consciously helps develop the ability to handle light, airy exchanges, building mental agility for more substantial conversations. It is akin to a verbal game of badminton, requiring little energy or effort compared to more demanding dialogue. Next comes conversing, which, though still light, holds more social weight than chatting. It is polite and civil, often taking place in formal settings like dinner parties. While conversations might have more structure and purpose than chatting, they generally avoid deep intimacy or strong opinions. The ability to converse is a social skill, valuable in contexts where building rapport without emotional involvement is necessary. As society has grown less civil in some settings, such as on airplanes, the art of conversing has diminished, but actors must retain the ability to engage in it as part of their craft. Once actors can distinguish between these different forms of communication, they are ready to tackle the action to discuss, which is central to modern theatre. Plays by writers such as Shaw, Beckett, Miller, and Albee are grounded in the discussion of ideas. Modern drama, unlike older forms, presents multiple viewpoints, reflecting the uncertainties and complexities of the middle class, where absolute moral or ethical truths are less clear. In these plays, the audience must weigh conflicting ideas and draw their own conclusions. In the context of acting, discussion is not about winning an argument, but about presenting ideas in such a way that both sides are given their due weight. For example, in a dramatic discussion, one character may argue for a particular lifestyle, while another opposes it. The audience should be able to see merit in both perspectives, and neither side should dominate. The actor must listen carefully to their partner, reacting to the ideas presented rather than merely stating rehearsed lines. Genuine discussion requires actors to take interest in both sides of the argument, understanding that the exchange of ideas, not the conclusion, is the focus. In a class setting, actors might be tasked with discussing major societal issues, such as the legalization of abortion, by taking one side and then convincingly arguing the opposite. This exercise ensures that actors are not limited to their personal views or experiences. The ability to adopt either side of a debate is crucial in acting, as it allows for the portrayal of a wide range of characters and perspectives. In a true discussion, the focus should remain on the topic at hand without veering into unrelated subjects. Actors must learn to stay grounded in the issue being discussed and avoid generalizations or distractions. For example, when discussing urban overpopulation, an actor should stick to that topic and not wander into other grand ideas. Everything said must respond to the partner's previous statement, creating a continuous and organic flow of ideas. This ensures the discussion feels real and spontaneous, rather than a rehearsed presentation of conflicting viewpoints. The relationship between the actors is critical in a discussion. Unlike chatting or conversing, a discussion demands mutual respect and genuine engagement with the ideas presented. The actor must fully commit to their side of the argument while listening attentively to their partner. A successful discussion excites and stimulates both parties, and the exchange of ideas becomes the driving force of the scene. This dynamic is essential for modern theatre, where the audience is invited to consider both sides of an issue and form their own opinions. The audience becomes the third participant in the discussion, engaging with the ideas presented on stage and continuing the debate long after the performance ends. The action to discuss is a fundamental skill for actors in modern theatre. It requires not only the ability to argue convincingly, but also the capacity to listen, react, and adapt to opposing viewpoints. Through practicing different levels of communication, from talking and chatting to conversing and discussing, actors can develop the mental and emotional agility necessary to engage with the complex ideas at the heart of modern drama. The ultimate goal is to create a genuine exchange of ideas that challenges both the actors and the audience to think critically and deeply about the issues presented.